11 o'clock, first Saturday of the month. Welcome everyone to my July free card class here on Facebook. Then it's going to be uploaded to YouTube for replay. All right, so my name is Stacy Maiano. I'm going to give you today's card class featuring this fun Notes and Totes. I'll give you a quick what's included in my card kits is you will receive a full color of all your tutorial with all of your products, your cutting guides, dimensions, and then how to go into putting them together with color pictures. So you will get that. It's going to come in a nice, tidy, cute little package. This QR code will link you back to the tutorial so that you can view that on your device, or you can print it out. So that will bring you back and everything will be packaged for you. So what I'm going to do today is, if you do pick up one of my kits, either by earning it free from a purchase through me or by picking it up straight off my website, you'll come back to this video to watch how to put them together if you get stumbled up on anything. But I do create some great directions for you. So what I'm going to do to spare you all the talk, I'm going to flash a few QR codes in front of the screen. So if you are watching on a device, you can pause the replay and then you can scan this with your phone. This QR code right here, this will bring you to my website, the Stampin' Up website, where if you place a $50 online purchase with me, net rewards and shipping and tax, you will receive this month's kit for free, the month of July. If you're not part of my Crafty group, this QR code will bring you to that on Facebook. So if you want to scan this. And then my next QR code is if you want to just pick up my instant download tutorials, or you want to pick up any of my kits without shopping with me, this QR code will bring you to my website. So if you just scan all those QR codes, you'll find out everything you need to know about me, so I don't have to bore you with those details anymore in my videos. All right, so what we're going to be playing with today is Notes and Totes. Good morning, Susan. How are you? Yay, you're with me live today. Awesome. Love this. Everybody knows I'm a beach girl. I live here in the beach in Florida, and anything, I was all over this set as soon as I saw it. So let me show you the die cuts. How adorable. I store my die cuts in these magnetic sheets. I get these off Amazon. If anybody needs them, I will shoot you the link. They're great. They fit perfectly right in our stamp cases, and I just love it. But this thin cut, you did get a lot, so just two of them are not quite fitting there, but that's okay. But look at this great array of usable over and over and over again. You can use these for scrapbooking. There's so much inspiration out there for scrapbooking. And then here is all the stamps that you get. Great sentiments too. So this is a really great set. If you don't have it, I would definitely pick that up. That's the Notes and Totes. All right, so that's what we're featuring. I am going to use just some products I've used in the past. I'll just show you. I'm only using this Thanks So Much stamp set. That's from Ocean Friends. You may have that. I am always, every card class uses my stylish shapes, and I know some of my crafters who follow me have picked this up and they love it. My most used favorite die set. I also am using, again, the 3D wave. So if you've picked up any of these items and you've been following me for a little while, you're getting to use them over and over again. Granted, in my card kits, everything comes for you to try out, but then you have the tutorial and you can remake and, make other things. I'm also using, and you'll get in your kit, pieces of the 2527 DSP. Love that. As you can see, I used it right here for that. I used it for this card. So you'll be getting some of that. I'm also using, just in one card here, we're using that DSP from the Friends of the Ocean. I also used in this card right here, this is that new Need for Tweed. I use that DSP right there. So those are some of the items that you're going to get sampled in my card kit. Otherwise, you are free to just watch me recreate these cards. Again, I'm not going through all the measurements. That's in my tutorial right here. So you can pick that up on my website if you'd like. All right, so let me show you these adorable cards. I love this card. Ready? This is so fun. Ta-da! It is a cute pop-up gift card holder, money holder, whatever you want. Can't really put candy, it wouldn't close flat, but how adorable is that? Right? Recreate this card over and over with your own DSP would look super cute. We're going to get inky on this card. Love this card. This is card 2. Here is card 3. Here's that 3D wave again, and that need for tweed DSP. I brought in some gold foil. So again, you'll get all these dies. What you see me drop out on the table is what you're going to get also in your little kits. I'm going to show you how to heat emboss. We all know how to do that, but for those of our new friends who might not, we're going to heat emboss that. And then this card, okay, I just am stamping straight to the card. This is the first time I actually did that. Hello, Janice. Thanks for joining. I have not really stamped directly to my card. So these are just stamped right on the card, and then these flip-flops right here and this towel right here is a Cricut cut. So if you pick up my kit or you earn my kit free, you're going to get those Cricut cuts in there. If you just pick up my tutorial, I say in the tutorial, either, you know, make another bag if you have it, or create your own additional embellishments, whatever you'd like to do in those places. But in my kit, you will get those. So super cute card there. Let's get started. We're going to get ready with card number 1. Again, look at that. Really cute. So I'm going to bring in all my stamps. I have everything stamped up. For this card, we're only going to need our Memento ink. Here is what you would receive. Can I tell you, this kit, if anyone receives this kit from me, it's a labor of love because there's so many pieces for each and every card. And it's really not so much the card that we're doing so many techniques. The funness, I guess, is that not even a word, but my teachers will correct me. Is all the little die pieces. So that was a labor of love for me and took quite a long time. But you get lots of these little pieces here. All right, I think I'm going to sit down now. I'm going to sit, I'm going to get a sip of water, and then we're going to get straight to it. Okay. No, I like to stand. Do you sit or do you stand when you craft? If I'm not on camera, I sit, but when I'm on camera, I stand. All right, so here's your card base. Here's our basic black, our pieces, right? Here is our DSP. All right, and this is for our inside, and then here's all our fun pieces. So let's just do quick and easy right now. Let's put these 2 pieces together. So I have several tape runners. I'm just going to use what's Cricut right in front of me right now. I have lots of tape runners in front of me. I have my liquid adhesive. I have just lots of different. So we are going to adhere these 2 together. This is just, you know me, I love my 1/8 of an inch for a little pop, and black is an amazing pop of color. All right, now in our kit right here, we're going to take this Stylish Shapes, and we're just going to put that right about there. I want it hanging over just a little bit, and we're just going to trim that off. So let's just get that adhered down. Right about there. Okay, and then you're going to come in with your good snips and just trim that. Just follow right along the card, just like that. All right, so next we are going to adhere this now down to our card base. Just trying to get some of the easy steps out of the way, right? And then, okay, just like that. This is our inside piece. So now we can take this, we could just set this aside for a moment. We don't need that. I'll bring my card back in. So now we could, let's do our stamping, shall we? Let's get our stamping out of the way. So you're gonna go look for your newspaper piece right here, and you're gonna look for this piece right here. Okay, we are going to banner snip this, and how you do that is you're going to kind of find the center, go up just a tiny bit, and then you're going to come in from each side on an angle, moving meaning each side in the corner there. Okay, so you got your nice banner, super, super easy. All right, so we are gonna do our stamping. So sending warm wishes is what I'm using. And ladies, if you don't have, and gentlemen, if you do not have this stamp set, I do not send you anything pre-stamped. It's our policy that I cannot. So you can supplement with whatever stamp set you have, or you could simply just pick up the stamp set if you would like, because it is super fun. Okay, so that's gonna go on our banner right here. So we are gonna, you guys, I lied. I also am going to need my Darling Duckling stamp pad as well. So we're going to stamp sending warm wishes on our banner here. We're going to stamp exclusive made just for you on the top of our newspaper. And then we are going to do our inside here. So first, let's just stamp our sentiment on the banner. Sending warm wishes. And I like to make my banner first so then I can center my sentiment. Where is my handy dandy tweezers? My tweezers are my third hand, which I use all the time. Okay, so that's what we need for that. We're gonna then move in with exclusive made just for you. And if you want to heat emboss this, I certainly say go ahead and do that. I'm going to do that on the gold on my other card because I wanted to do it in that color just one time. But obviously, if you know how to heat emboss, this would look cool. Black embossed. Exclusive just for you. Perfect. Now on the inside here, we're going to stamp You Earned It at the top and two of our hibiscus flowers in the Darling Duckling color. Okay, so let's stamp You Earned It. I feel like I smushed down too much on that one, so I'm just going to stamp much lighter here. I'm just going to hold it, lightly stamp. I'm not putting any pressure. Yeah, maybe Earned It is... No, it's not a different font. It's me. I'm just pushing a little hard, so just be aware of that. Okay, oops, I'm done with my black. Now I am going to get out a handy wipe, a baby wipe, because I already seen I don't want to mess up my projects, right? And I'm gonna need You Earned It again. I just have a baby wipe out just because it's right here quick and fast for me. Okay, now I'm going to come in with Darling Duckling. And I'm just going to stamp two hibiscus flowers. You can stamp more, but that's all I did on the card. One at the top and one at the bottom. I think that's cute. And then I'm just going to bring in my card base again. And just to be done with this, I am going to adhere my inside Actually, I should have, we're going to wait. It's okay that I only put a little bit of glue. Sorry. Do not do that yet because I forgot we had a pop-up on the inside. Okay. So next what we're going to do is we are going to play with these fun thin cuts. Okay. So yes, take your card base and get it out of the way. So here's what we're going to do with our bag. So let's do our bag first. Grab your paper snips. This gets embossed for you, so you do see the lines. I need you to just take off this tabby piece here. We don't need that. Okay, so you're just gonna snip that off, number one. Okay, just take that off. Now, you're going to do that on the other one. So you get two in this. You're gonna need two to create this bag. All right. Then what you're gonna do is, I have decide you might want your leaves, whatever on the outside. You're going to fold your side tabs. You're going to see these have score lines. So you have a tab there, and then this goes in again there. But we don't need to close that other way. We only need to fold this shorter tab in. So you're going to do that on both sides. On the score lines, fold both of those little tabs in. So that's all it looks like, okay? Just those two little tabs. Do that on your other one. And then I'm going to come in with, if I have it here, you can use, if you have 1/8 of an inch score tape here would be great. Do I have mine handy? I do. All right, I get this off Amazon as well. If anybody wants this, let me know. Okay, so this is 1/8 of an inch. I really love this for my fun folds, for gift cards. All right, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to put these 2 tabs together, just like that. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put some tear and tape on the inside flap there, some on the inside flap there, and repeat it on the other side. Okay, so everywhere you folded that tab inward, you're going to put some of this. This tape is great, 1/8 of an inch. All right. And now do the same thing on this card. I hope you're crafting with me. Obviously, you do not have your card kit yet, right? I debut it the first Saturday of the month, unless you do have all these supplies already in your stash, then you can at least be creating some pop-up cards with, the dimensions are not hard to figure out if you're a visual person like me. All right, so now we're just going to pull those tabs off and seal those 2 sides together. That's all we're doing there. So I have my little pick tool. I love using this. I do have my other take your pick tool, but then I have to keep changing the heads back. So I keep that on what I use it mostly for. And I like to use this. There's like a little bit of a, I don't know, like it snags things great. So I love using that. All right. So again, we're going to put these faced inward and we're going to line up. This is so easy. We're just going to line up just like that. Same thing over here. And if you don't want to use so much tear and tape, just put it on one side. I just did it on both sides, but truly you don't have to do it on both sides. Trying to line that up. There we go. Okay. Now, once you have that lined up and you want to burnish it a little bit, I would go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is what you have. So you could see right through it now, right? Our long flaps. Now, what I need you to do is grab your paper trimmer, okay? And I just need you to take off about 1/8 of an inch. You're going to kind of split the difference here. So I just need a little bit of this taken off, okay? So about 1/8 of an inch. Right about there, actually, that might be 1/4 right there. Kind of find your paper trimmer and just put it in the middle here and snip it off. That's everybody's paper trimmer is different, okay? So that's what I did. So you can see it right here. That's about how much I trimmed off, all right? And that's all you need to do is trim that off. Okay, so now we're going to bring our card base back in. What we're going to do, we're going to bring in that tear and tape. If we have 1/8 of an inch, that's great. If not, use what you have, strong tape, right? You want something strong here. You're going to take your tear and tape, and now you're going to put it right here on these tabs. See that? Right along that tab on the flap. And do the other side same way. Okay. Now you're going to take that off. Oh, you can't lay that down because it's sticky. Oh, one side at a time. I didn't take the other off. One side at a time. Whew, slow down, Stacy. Okay, so what you're going to do is in the seam of your card, you're going to lay the side that still has the backing down in the center. Try to find the center of your card, and then you're just going to close your flap. and rub it right about there. Now you're gonna flip your card over, all right, and repeat. You're gonna pull off your backing of your tear and tape, and you're gonna close your card. And rub, 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 rub. And then the magic happens. Ta-da! Now you see why we had it cut off. If you can see down in there, kind of meeting in the middle. But if we didn't cut that little bit off, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't close flat. So that's why we had to do that, right? Super cute, super easy. Now we could come back and take our inside stamped image, and now we're going to do all that process again, and we're going to put some new glue. And now is the best time to put your middle piece in, because then you can kind of just butt it right up against there. Just like that, and then close your card. Super cute. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ah, so cute. Okay, now we are going to decorate the outside. So this I'm going to sit for. All right, don't need that anymore. Okay, so we're going to take, let me explain something to you. This is so cute. Okay, all you need to do, super easy, 1.5 by 1 3/4. Just go get any newspaper. That's it. So I cut some. So in my kit, you'll get a little piece of newspaper, and you just attach that. Now, if you don't have newspaper, I'll show you in the next card. Just make your own if you have any background words or anything. All right, so for this one, just like that, cute. We're gonna put some foam on here. I'm gonna grab where I didn't bring out my foam. Did I bring out my foam? No. Okay. But first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this black strip, okay? And what I'm gonna ask you to do is put this black strip halfway attached to here, okay? You can put some Scotch tape if you want to do that, or if you're okay just using a super thin layer of some liquid adhesive and kind of stay right along the top. That might be enough. And the liquid adhesive gives you a second to kind of move it around, right? And you don't have to line it up properly. I give you extra, right? So if you have some overhang here, you can just snip off right there. All right, and then what you want to do is you want to angle this and follow with your banner that you just made. Just like that. It's just a cute, cute little feature to add a little jazz up your what do you call these? Your sentiment layers. Now I'm going to use my adhesive scissors, and I always put some washi tape on a different pair of snips, and that is for my adhesive. I like adhesive tape. Stampin' Up, we have I don't even have them. Where are they? Jesus, I didn't pull them out. We have, here they are. Right, the dots. I use these. I do love them, but I also love foam tape. So this is another one of my Amazon finds because I use so much of it because we don't have any foam tape. Otherwise, I'd love to shop from myself. All right, so now we're going to take, we got to come in here now and put our handles on. And it's okay that this is done last. It doesn't really matter. But I probably would have done this first. So I'm just gonna flip up my card here, but it's okay because these are super easy to attach. So all I'm gonna do is put a little bit of tape runner on half the handle there and just attach it just like that. Super easy. And then just do the other on the same side, on the other side, just kind of line it up. But you can attach these first You know, when I'm trying to explain and train, sometimes it's hard, you know, to go in the right pattern because I'm a crafter that kind of flows all over the place, right? There you go. But you do it. So, you know, whatever. All right, here's my starfish. We don't have to do anything with that. All right, so here are your, you get two. These are cut out of DSP, and this is just out of the cardstock here. So what I'm going to ask you to do here is take, we're going to use this one, and then we're going to use this one as our base, right? So you're going to want to take the cardstock lotion and snip off the top and snip off the bottom. And we're going to just adhere these just to make it different colors, those two together. And on this one, you're going to snip off the top, just like that. All right, and now where is my third hand? I am going to flip these over, put a little bit of glue. This is why you like to have variations of glue around. Sometimes I like tape runner. Sometimes I like, you know, liquid glue. I'm putting that on upside down. There we go. And adhere the top. And then adhere the bottom. Just like that. I think this is adorable doing this paper piercing. So see? Cute. All right, now we're just gonna take, it's hard to tell really on this one, but we're gonna just put this top. And if you do have this thin cut set, right? And what I send you is this, but if you might wanna maybe do this in white. So just, you know, die cut another bottle out and change up the color if you can't really see or you want to really have it contrast. But I actually do see it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, you'll see on this card here, I stamped a little bit of the sun. So if you wanted to do that, just bring in a piece of scrap. I have the sun here and my darling duckling. And you want to just stamp like two suns going off. It's just tone on tone stamping. Just like that. I told you this set was so fun to work with and to design. Cutesy, cutesy. All right, so now we are going to bring our card in. And this is going to go here. You're going to kind of overlap however you want to do it, like that. So we're just going to adhere these straight down. So I'm just going to use my liquid glue again. Same deal here. I think I'm going to use, just because I want it not to wait for it to dry. And kind of overlap these, just like so. All right. So now we're going to come in with our newspaper. I'm just going to offset that. All right. Same deal with our starfish. Your package will have your, what do you call them? Your gems. I just didn't cut them up for my pack. Okay, so you'll have your gems in it already. And the gems that we're using are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. For this one, I'm using the ones that are kind of clear on top. I just put 2 and you can certainly use any gems that you have, supplement or more gems. I always do 3 or 5. That's just the numbers I stick with, and I try to stick in a pattern as much as I can. 3, 2, 5. So this card actually has 4 and 2 small ones. There you go. So that is our finished card. What do you think about card 1? So adorable, right? I hope you enjoyed card 1. Now we're going to move on to card 2. This is our fun inking card. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. Clean up a little bit. Okay. For this card, the inks that we're going to be using are Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, and Melon Mambo. I'm using the Sun Stamp, I'm using the Sand Stamp, and I'm using Newsflash, You're Fabulous. Those are the stamps we're using. Here's all my pieces that we are going to be needing for our kit. I have 2 blender brushes. We're going to need 2 blender brushes, one for your blue and one for your brown. And then this is what I wanted to show you. So in your card kit from me, you're going to receive, like I said, a piece of newspaper. And this is just very basic newspaper. It's an Orlando, Florida magazine, what to do in town, that I cut up. So it's very generic if you read any of the words. But anyway, so you will get this, but if you don't have it, I want to show you. So in this card, if you see here, there's just like scribble, scrabble script. Well, we all have lots of small type font stamps. Think about what you have in your stash. But what we have, and what I currently have in my stash, is elements of text. And what I did was I used this stamp set right here. For today's card, I'm going to use the newspaper clipping. But all you do, again, is 1/2 by 1 3/4. And then I inked up this stamp set right here. I had my piece of paper down and I stamped that, right? So it just got that text. I just made sure that it was going in the right direction. So that's all you need to do if you want to create your own. Or I know lots of us, like I said, there's so much we have in our stash. So seriously, just think about what you have in your stash and then you can make it. You can also, if you have that super tiny stamp sets, put them together and make words for the recipient, like happy birthday or I love you, whatever. You can put that together. So that's just another cute idea you can do. All right, so for this card, we're going to get all our fun elements. Again, look at this labor of love. We have a regular white card base. This is what we need to pull out. That's going to be what we do a lot of our inking on. So we're going to put our card base to the side. We are going to need to, because we're going to just put a little bit of ink on our fence, just to give it a little bit of a weathered look. So you want to pull out all those pieces. Now, if you do have this die set, you only get 1 board plank of the thin one, okay? But since the card is kind of covering, I cut it in half. Who can tell, right? Instead of die cutting 2, who can tell? Who can tell? Yep. Hey, Jean, how are you? Thanks, you love the card. And Janice, yeah, great for gift cards, great for money. You got it. All right, so we need these pieces out here. And I think for stamping, all right, we're also going to need our white bottle, and that is it. All right, so we're going to move all this stuff to the side because you kind of know how to put, oh, no, you don't know how to put this bag together yet. But we'll do all that fun stuff at the end. Let's get all the inking out of the way. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that sun stamp again, my darling duckling or whatever you have similar. And I'm just going to stamp offset, stamp 1 sun in the middle there. Just like that. Done with that stamp set. Okay, and we're done with Darling Diamond. All right, next I'm gonna get my crumb cake. So now we can take this. See, this is why I need my third hand. Where is my tweezer? Because I can pick things up. We can put this now with our pile of stuff. All right, so now you kind of just want to make sure your surface is clean. I see I have little flakies here. Just cleaning that off. Okay, and just putting my pieces of my fence, just like that. I'm gonna grab crumb cake or similar. I'm gonna take my blending brush, and all I'm gonna do is tap off, and I'm kind of gonna just like tap on my pieces. Did a lot on that one. That's okay, that's a really weathered one. Okay, just like that. Okay, so you just want to weather look them up. See? Good? Not good. But I'll cover it up. I'll use this one for my third plank. Good. Okay? Not good, but it's all right. Okay, so now we can move all of these also with the rest of our pile of cutesy stuff. I'm gonna flip my card, my scrap piece over because I don't want to contaminate anything. I made sure it was nice and clean. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in that piece of basic white, and I'm going to start with my balmy blue. We're gonna make this background. I'm going to tap off the excess and then start lightly, lightly, lightly blending in, okay? I am not putting any pressure yet. I gotta make sure what it looks like first. So I'm kinda quadranting off half the card for the sky area. And I'm just gonna build upon this. You don't have to go in all at once, you know, so much ink. You know, it's okay, take a minute. I'm sorry that the video is gonna be a little bit longer, but I wanna not half-ass my cards either. Or I want you to see how that I'm doing it and just taking a little bit of time. Okay, so far I think it's coming out great. I do need more. If you feel you can press, after you've got a lot of the excess off, then press. You won't get those hard lines. Like now I'm putting some pressure because I want to get some ink down, but I have a lot off. I'm just using kind of what's on the brush, so it's just blending and it's not giving me those hard streaks, if that makes sense. All right, I think that's a good deal, right? I think it's pretty good. I think we got a great sky going on. We might have to go back to it, but for now, I think we're cool. All right, now I'm gonna come in with my crumb cake. We're gonna come in opposite way. I'm not gonna move my paper around. Now listen, I'm not gonna move my paper, this white paper, because then I don't wanna contaminate. All up here is where I was blending off. So I'm gonna move the whole blue around, and then I'm gonna use this part of the paper and my scrap for the brown coloring so I don't contaminate, right? That's my little OCD in me, ladies. The ones who follow me, you know. All right, so I'm gonna hold. And so another trick too is if you want to always use like a piece of scrap paper, you know, to hold your paper down so you don't get inky, or make like some kind of ink impression, just get a piece of scrap and put it down. All right, so I'm gonna, same thing, I got some ink. First pass, I'm gonna do really lightly. And I kind of want to stay away from the middle right now, because I don't want to blend those two colors yet. I want them almost to blend naturally and not so much, because I don't want the colors to change. Now I could have made my sky shorter. See, I think I have a smaller sky here, but I actually like the sand shorter, but you do you. I think my sand is almost good right here. And then I'm going to do one pass between the two in the middle to kind of blend them together. Just one pass. Just like that. Just like that. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any more. So do you understand why I was flipping my dark blue cardstock here so I didn't contaminate anything and make colors? Now I'm going to, oh, one more thing. Come back in with that crumb cake. We ain't done yet. Now we're going to make some sand speckles randomly, wherever you want down here in your sand. But you kind of got to fill your card. Think of that pop-up card too for Christmas. Oh, you know, that's going to be in my Christmas card. And I was deciding my end of year. I'm definitely doing a stamp camp, a Christmas stamp camp, where we're going to do a craft along. And I'm definitely doing my 8 weeks of Christmas again. All right. Okay, so we're done here now. So we can remove this. I think, are we done with all of our stamping? No, we have to finish stamping we just got to stamp our newspaper. That you need also. And that I'm doing in Newsflash, you're fabulous in Melon Mambo. Again, if you want to heat emboss this, I think that would look fabulous. If not, that looks fabulous. All right, I think we're done stamping. We are. Okay, we need for this one. Hold on, let me just put this. We need this here, and we need this. Okay, I can get all this out of the way. All right, so let's bring in all our fun die cuts now. The labor of love for this card class. I'm just going to keep saying it. All right, and I already have them all pre-cut up. What we're going to do here, we're just going to get this adhered down to our card base. It fully covers your card base, so just get some adhesive on the back of that, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So make sure your card is landscape way, right? So what I do is I hold very lightly my piece of cardstock. I need to line up perfectly, and I just guide it in. And then I grab my card base and I line them up together. And then, ta-da, fully covered. And if you have any little smidge of overhang, take your little scissor, take your paper trimmer and trim that off. There you go. Okay, so now we are going to first place where you want to set up your fence. And these are off-centered. They do not have to be like straight perfect. You can make them like that, right? You know, when you go to the beach, these are all broken up half the times by the dune grass. All right, so that's kind of there. And these two jammies are going to go like there, and they're all going to move around by your hands. Yep. All right, something like that. You got the idea, right? Next, let's quickly put together our newspaper. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, you know you can just fast forward to the card that you need. I'm going to try to put some, figure out how to do the, where you can jump to parts of the video. Okay, so here's our, this, we don't need to do anything. Okay, we need to pull out our water bottle. We don't need to do anything with the shells. We need this. We need this. Let's pull everything out and separate it so you see everything we get. So our handles for our bag. Okay, this is for your water bottle. Glasses, glasses, logo handle, okay? That's all your little pieces that you get. So what we're gonna do here, same deal, just gonna snip off this tab. We do not need it. Where's my snips? Just snip off this tab. You do not need it. That's for when it's like standing up. Okay, you're gonna fold in your side tabs and you're gonna fold up that bottom tab. Okay, so now you have 3 tabs folded inward, okay? Now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna adhere those down. That's it. Whatever kind of, whatever you wanna use, just gonna adhere that down. Put some glue on those tabs. Just like that. Okay. All right, so now what you're gonna do is, just move that aside a second. Let's put these little things together. So this is the handle, which is gonna go just like that, okay? So all we wanna do is put a tiny bit of glue on this piece, just like that. And then, all right, so you have your water bottle with that little thing that everybody holds with their finger. Okay, so there's that. Next, you're going to do the same thing we did with our other lotion bottle. You're going to cut off the bottom piece and the top piece, and then you're going to adhere that onto the white lotion bottle. This is where you really see the two-tone, right? It looks fun when you're using 2 totally different colors. So put the, get that little middle piece out. Okay. That's why tweezers come in handy. I wish Stampin' Up! Sold because good tweezers. Hopefully they come out with them, because these are my last pair that I have of my good, close to my heart ones. And I only have these last one. I know I had another pair, but I can't find them. Okay, so that's your lotion bottle. All right, now our glasses here, you're gonna just put some dots. But you want to make sure to get it around, because you don't want it to like fall off your card in a month. Chances are this is going to be in your stash for a while, right? Okay. And then you just line this up with the hearts. Line up with the hearts, because the middle nose piece doesn't line up. So actually you don't have to put glue on the middle nose piece. And there is how you do the glasses. And then you can just set them aside. All right, back to the bag. Oh, one last thing with the glasses. A little cute, if you have a white gel pen, just put, you know, a little dash. Just like that. Just a little added touch in the glasses there. Okay. Now for our bag, we're going to do the handles. Okay. All right, we're going to take the logo, put that right in the middle. Think about your favorite designer bags, right? And you could almost recreate some of them with this thin cut. Oh wait, no, we want this down here. Okay, like that. Now, for these, I'm going to bring in my little silicone craft sheet. That's what I should be doing this on. All right. So for this bottom piece is going to line up perfectly at the bottom, but you put that one on last. You first want to do these. So let me bring your attention to right here. All right, there is a crease, okay? Because if we want to fold this inward more, then we would get a straight tote bag, which is like this card. See, I continued to fold in and we got a tote. So there's a crease line right there. You want to put these, use that as your guide, and you can put it right over it or on the inside of it. I put it right over it and I just use it as a guide because I'm not bending it anymore. But that's what I use to make, whoops, to make sure I get this straight. Just like that. And if you have any overhang, like I said, you can snip that off, no problem. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. If you've created any of my card kits before, I'd love for you to leave me some feedback, how you're liking them. My tutorials have come a long way since I've started with Stampin' Up! But I am so proud of the work that I have been putting in to just, as a crafter, right? Like I need to make it easy on myself, and I know what you're looking for. You need to make it easier on yourself too. So I try to always keep that top of mind, but not compromise what I'm doing, if that makes sense. All right, for this big guy, I could just put some, isn't it weird that that's called like dry adhesive? It's not dry, but in the crafting world, tape adhesive is considered, tape runners are considered dry adhesive. How adorable, right? Okay, now if you want to pop this up on your card, put some foam tape here. If not, straight down is totally fine. But one thing that I found challenging and why I popped up this one, but we really don't need to, is putting these in. So you want to make sure, I think the best thing to do is set all these up first using some Scotch tape, which I usually, yes, there it is. And like put this how you want, where you want it to be. And when you're happy with that, just make sure it doesn't go off the card. When you're happy, just flip it over, put some Scotch tape, right? Make life easier for yourself, so you don't have to finagle with it afterwards, right? Now you want to get your water bottle and do the same thing, because that's also in the bag. So your water bottle, you want to stick out right about there. Looks good. Okay. And then everything will fit nicely snug down, right? See? And you'll just place that where it's not hanging over your card. Okay, so now let's do our fence. So we want to just, again, these do not have to be perfect, straight. So if you have shaky hands like me, no matter where it lands, it lands. But I'm gonna put the first one kind of straight and lower. This one, I'm gonna go like a little higher. There. And this one, same thing, a little lower. Oh, Susan, you ready for the Christmas fun? Yep, we're gonna do it this year. Yep, Jean, thank you. I'm already getting some inspiration and thinking what I want to do. So, and then I want to do a stamp camp also, like a craft along in a private group. We're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to put this one, and that's going to be in October. Okay, this one I'm going to kind of go up with, again, no rhyme or reason here. this one at the bottom, maybe go up too. Okay, so just like that, just like that. Now, if you want to pop this up, certainly go ahead and pop it up. If not, I'm gonna put this one straight down to the paper just like that. So you wanna load it up. I just love these cards. Okay, you're gonna load that up and we're gonna put it, make sure I'm not hanging over here. Right about there looks great. All right, I love this card so much. All right, I'm gonna put this shell down. Just like that. I'm gonna put my starfish. This is a new in color also. This is Timid Tiger. I'll put the starfish right on top like that. All right, we're gonna take our lotion. And again, if you want to put dimension on your lotion, go ahead. I'm okay at having it overlap a little on my bag. And then for my glasses, just kind of like laying over like that, or however you want to put them. All right. How fun. I love it. I love it. What do you think? Card 2. All right, moving right along to card number 3. All right, so what are we gonna do for card 3? I'm going to need my Early Espresso ink. I have my heat embossing tools, which is Versamark ink. I have my metallic gold heat embossing powder, and I have my Stampin' Buddy, embossing buddy, whatever it goes by nowadays. I have no idea. Okay, I don't even know who this is from, but it is what it is. Okay, and then I have a coffee filter. I have my Thanks So Much. That's the stamp I'm using. Like I said, that was from Friends of the Ocean. And then I'm bringing in my Newsflash, You're Fabulous Again. Nope, here, where is it? Newsflash, where is it? Newsflash, You're Fabulous. Hello, hello. Oh, here it is. Newsflash, You're Fabulous. And you can use whatever you want to use. All right, so let's move all this out of the way for a moment and let's go through the pieces that you get in your kit. All right, so this will be embossed for you. You do get your envelopes also with my card kit, so be sure to decorate them however you'd like. Thanks, Susan. All right, so you're getting 2 equal parts of Crumb Cake and Balmy Blue, and they're embossed using that awesome 3D wave. You can simply layer these on top of one another. I'm just gonna create a quick wave. It's very hard to see because the bag is behind it, but that's okay. At least it's not straight across. If I took this bag off, you'd see sort of like a wave. But, and maybe you don't wanna have your bag totally open. You can close yours and make more of a tote like I'm going to do in the last card here, if that's what you want to do, to see more of that cool wave design behind it. And that's the beauty of card kits, right? You can change it up. Third hand, always need my third hand. So what we're going to do, so this one now, this print I found online when I didn't want to, because I had no newspapers, and I had that Orlando magazine, and I'm actually in that magazine for my work, where it highlighted my company, and I'm actually in that magazine, so I didn't want to cut it up. So I first went online and found print. I have no idea what this is. I just know it's from like back in the day. It was whatever, and I just made sure there was no inappropriate words on it. But anyway, I'm going to use that one. I thought it offset because the way the coloring looked old, so I don't need to print anything else. So I'm just going to, just to get some things out of the way, let's just adhere these two together. Again, you do you here, and if you don't want to put the newspaper here, you certainly do not have to. We're going to stamp that, so we're going to pull that out to the side. Let's do our glasses. Look at this. I did this with gold foil cardstock. Love it. Let's adhere these together. Let me clean off the little gook at the edge of my thingy here. And remember, you don't have to put glue in the middle, so I'll hold it in the middle. Just try to do some dots around, tiny little dots. And it's okay. Most of these liquid adhesives dry clear. The green glue does too. I have my green glue. I have to re-up my green glue. Okay. How adorable. Okay, you can move that off to the side. That we don't need right now. This is going to be stamped. Okay, we're going to need to put these together. Take that little middle die piece out. We don't need to do anything with that guy. Okay, we don't need to do anything with this. Look at how that looks awesome, right? The starfish and the metallic. Here's our logo. All right, let's just create our bag real quick. Let's cut off that little edge we don't need. And let's fold up those same outer pieces. Just the, actually I'm gonna use my tape runner for the sake of time. Close that up. I'm gonna use this paper for some Christmas cards. Look at that. Okay. Online exclusive, blah, blah, blah. Online exclusives dropped last week and has a lot of Christmas stuff in there. So if you're going to do Christmas in July, I'm not doing Christmas in July. I'm doing Merry and Bright in August. So stay tuned. Merry and Bright in August. That's what I'm going to start. I am not jumping on the Christmas in July bandwagon. So my card class is going to be in August. Merry and Bright. Okay. I want to be different. Okay. Where's my piece for my handle here? Did I not cut them out? Where are they? All right. Here's my extra ones. Where did they go? All right, hold on. Let me grab another kit and I will, hopefully, I put them in my other kits that I have prepped already for you all. Yes, I do. I'll have to go back and refill one of these kits. So who's ever going to get this one, don't worry. I will put it back. So let's see. Yes, there they are. I don't know why my kit doesn't have it. I need this, I need this, and I need this. Okay. And we won't disrupt anything else in here. We're just going to set this off to the side, and I will do that after class. Okay, so same deal. We're going to first put on our little strips. And just follow. This kind of looks like one of those designer bags, right? If you know the print, it's one of my favorites. I like. Not super expensive. All right, follow that line. And now your bottom piece will cover up everything. All right, now our handles and our logo. So now our bag is together and we can set that, whoop, itchy nose, and we can set that to the side. And with all of this stuff, and let's put, okay, that's fine. We need to we only need the top because you're not going to see the bottom. So we just need the top of the Pretty in Pink lotion bottle, and then that's just scrap. And then same thing, you're going to put some glue. If you wanted to put a Pretty in Pink sun right there, that would be cute. Or a yellow sun. Oh, let's do a yellow sun. Let's just put a sun on here. Since I have it, let's just put a yellow. Yeah, I think that looks cute. Since we have it, why not? All right, now let's get to stamping. We just need to stamp 2 items here with our early espresso. I'm going to stamp Newsflash. Oh no, we're only stamping with early espresso. Thanks so much. We're going to heat emboss that just so I can show you some heat embossing for our new friends that might not know how to heat emboss. I'm going to pull my heat tool and get it heated up. It's so low anyway, you won't hear it. So thanks so much. Okay, I love early espresso. Always gives a great impression, and it's also the font of this stamp as well. I love this font. All right, we're gonna move that off to the side. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in, first I'm gonna take my little embossing buddy here and wipe where I wanna stamp. That just has some powder in there. It takes off the stickiness. Nothing sticks where it shouldn't stick, right? We don't want things sticking where it shouldn't stick. Okay. Versamark. We are going to stamp in Versamark. We are going to sprinkle with our heat embossing powder. We're going to heat it up with our heat tool, and we're going to have beautiful gold foiled words, sentiment. Okay, so here is, I don't need to, please stop calling me. Sorry if it's flickering. That's 2 calls so far, and I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Why do they come through? I don't understand. Okay. Now we are going to sprinkle with our gold. Close up our Versamark. And kind of move it around. And then flick, 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 flick. Just like that. You're going to take your powder again, taco your coffee filter and get all the bits back in there. And then I just take my coffee filter, shake it really forcefully in my garbage can underneath, and good as new. I use them over and over and over again. All right, now I'm gonna come in with my heat embossing. I need a new one of these. Actually, my next order, I'm going to get the Stampin' Up! One. I think this one is kind of seen its day. It takes forever to heat up. There it goes. But once it goes, it just, you know, it just needs to do that first piece, and then it's good to go. And you just heat it up, right? Love. Right? Cool. Okay, we did our stamping. We're good to go there. All right, now we want to come in with our, all right, grab your card base. Make sure it's open in the right direction. We're just going to put our, the top, which is our sky, just straight down. So use whichever adhesive. Be easy. Don't pull this too much, because when you 3D emboss, it really, like, you know, puts some stress on the cardstock. So when you're pulling with this tape, you don't want to damage it. So you're going to put this right along the top. All right, just like that. So now, visually, you got to do something visually for me, is when you put this here, right? Look at how much extra you have. That's about 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. All right. So if you want to make a wave, you can't start down here because then you'd see your white card base. So I suggest just like a little bit off the top so that when you layer this together, there's no white. All right, so what I would say is grab a pencil and make a mark for yourself that you kind of stay just a shy below. Okay, so I am just gonna kind of not go too far off from that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go okay. See what I mean? I have a little bit of a, and if I put it with it, see? So however you want, you're not gonna see much of it because again, this is gonna cover, but see, if I put it lower, you will, so however you want to do it, just giving you an idea, all right? Now let's then adhere our sand. So now I'll start from the bottom. All right. Cute. All right, we're gonna take our, where is my, where's my tweezer? All right, Stacy, stop. I'm just gonna stop. Where's my tweezer? Here it is. Got it. See, when you just stop. All right, so I'm gonna take my 2 lotion bottles and I'm gonna layer them together first like this, right? So I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue on the edge of my bottle so that it could sit like that. Okay? Just like that. Now, I'm gonna put it behind there, and again, flip it over, grab your Scotch tape, make life easy for yourself. Okay, now we're gonna take our newspaper and be careful with this because now you're doing a portrait card, so you don't want it to overlap, so you kind of have to see where you're gonna put. I'm gonna move my tote as much to this side, so really right there I am right at the stinking edge, so I'm gonna kind of hold that because that I cannot go anymore. I'm gonna flip that over and I'm gonna grab some Scotch tape, keeping that in its position so it doesn't move because I know I cannot move that anymore. That is the furthest I can go. Right about there is looking good. I'm gonna move it. And see what I mean? You can maneuver it however you want. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are gonna put our adhesive on this so we can get that down and in place, right? Now that we got our bag all set up. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're crafting. We got one more card to make. It's gonna be super easy, the next card. All right, so let's just get this bag where it's going. However you, oh, I think maybe going a little that way this time. All right. I do need a little bit of a pop for my, we're gonna pop up the starfish right at the edge here. I am starving. As soon as this class is over, I have to go eat. I am so hungry. And I'm gonna put that kind of right about there. Overlap in the bag, love it. I'm gonna take my shell here. Look at this shell too. If you want to be creative and make that dimensional, you can certainly do that, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just gonna put this right, all right. Next, I am going to put some dimensionals on our sentiment here. Then this card is finished as well. Put that kind of sideways like that. Make yours say happy birthday, whatever you want it to say. Love this card. So cute. That's card 3. All right. Moving along to our final card. Final card. All right. Oh, nope. Sorry, I forgot to put my glasses on. Silly me. Let's get some adhesive on those glasses. Just kind of, just like that. All right, now it's finished. All right. Card 4. All right, final card. I am using Crumb Cake ink, Melon Mambo ink, 2 sentiments, relax and enjoy, you earned it, as well as my sand stamp here. All right, so let's get the pieces that come in this card kit. Like I said, you will receive your envelopes, but that's on you if you want to stamp them. All right, here is our card. We're going to try to do this quickly. All we need is our base. We're going to use this handle. Here is our lotion bottle. Now, this is a Cricut cut that you will only receive if you get my card kit, okay? And I went ahead, labor of love, and put on all those little things for you. Not fun, but I did it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna overlap mine. So I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive. Okay, so those together. Again, you'll get this. This is a Cricut cut. Again, only if you get my card kit. Here is your starfish. That's done. Let's put the glasses together. Again, hold in the middle because you don't need to put any adhesive there. A few dots around. Putting everything together, we'll do the stamping and get this card finished. Oh, thanks, Gab. I know, Jean. I love them. They're cute. You can customize them. You can make them look like your designer favorite bags. If you like designer favorite bags. I don't know. Like if you have any. Maybe you don't. I wish. My daughter, on the other hand, now? Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're going to take your Summer Splash. This is Summer Splash. You're going to cut the top of it off. And you are going to adhere that to the Darling Duckling. I think these two colors look good together, right? Cute. I'll flash all my QR codes again at the end. All right, so the way we're going to put this card together, just again, snip off that end piece. We're going to go straight into the middle crease, straight in. And I'm not using the long tabs for this one. Straight in. Again, this one goes up. We're going to make this bag be just like that, okay? So that's what your back looks like. So now you're going to put some adhesive. Let's do the inside first. So wrap up, inward. Okay, so now this makes more of that traditional tote style. All right, so for this piece, you're going to put adhesive. I would just, don't worry about the ends, kind of in the middle more. Actually, you got to make sure you cover the whole thing though. And this is going to overhang. So you're going to make sure this starts, see how it starts to angle up? You only want this piece here. So that's what you're going to use to line it up, right there, right there. Then you're going to use your scissors that you cut adhesive with, trim off the edge. And the edge there. So now, that's your bottom. Now you're going to take this handle here, okay? And you're only going to put adhesive along the bottom, right to the middle. And then this is going to go right there, just like that. I love this bag. Okay, so that's that, right? So that is all our pieces to put together. Let's bring our card base back in that portrait style. We are going to, all right, so we're first going to do our sand. And we're going to start about 3/4 of the way up and go up to about 3 inches. Just kind of eyeballing that. I had this side, I used only crumb cake. I'm going to take this here. Let me put this here so you see. So again, about 3/4 up to about 3 inches of the card. You want to do more, you go ahead and you do you. And I'm just going to start stamping. Doesn't matter if you stamp off. I'm going to go up first, kind of just like that is kind of how I'm eyeballing it. And then coming back in. Filling in where and if I need to. It's okay if these overlap. Use this side of the stamp. Just like that, all right? Now I'm going to take the melon mambo. Oh, and we also need, why do I keep forgetting about Darling Duckling and the Darling Little Sun? We're going to take our melon mambo. We're going to do relax and enjoy. This is a first for me. I've never stamped just directly on a card like this. But I guess if you're making a whole scenery, it looks kind of cool. Have you? All right, I want to kind of make this a little to the right. And the You Earned It is going to kind of go at the bottom here. Just like that. Okay, we're done with Melon Mambo. Yeah, you do you, AJ. So, in the comments, we have my daughter and her boyfriend making an appearance today. Hey, guys. Big belly boy. All right. Next, we're going to take our tote bag. It's going to go right there. We're going to get our lotion bottle, and again we're going to put that right there. And where's my tape? My desk is a freaking mess right now. Okay, nothing else is coming out of the bag, so that's good right there. We're going to take the glasses, put some ink on, some adhesive, not ink. Where's my adhesive? Wait. And we're going to put this right here, whichever way you want to have them going. You love Crafty Diva. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. All right, our towel is going to go under, and we're going to set it up just like that. All right, so let's put our towel down first. And And then we're going to put the tote down. Okay, and everything will be available on my website in a little while, and after I get this uploaded, the beginning of the video edited, I'll upload it to YouTube so you can watch the replay. And if you get this card class, you're gonna have to go back to it to watch the replay if there's anything you need to refer back to. We're gonna I'm gonna do this one a little different. I'm gonna put my flip-flops because, nope, see, I should have put mine, yep, we're gonna go like this. Flip-flops there. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. And this we're just gonna put down there now. I think we're good. And stamp our final. Hey AJ, if you're still watching, I forgot Darling Duckling again. All right. There we go. Do our little Darling Duckling sun. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I got through it all. Card 4, I'm gonna stand up. I like this one better because I like where I have the flip-flops. Card 3, card 2, I love this one. And card 1, the pop-up card. Dang, yeah. All right, so here, let's go over it again. Card 1, cute. This was card 2. We did all that inking, fun. Card 3 with the wave here. And card 4 doing that stamping directly to the card. Just, if you didn't catch the beginning of my video, I'm going to flash 3 QR codes for you. If you want to scan this will bring you directly to my website where you can find all my downloadable tutorials and my kits. This one will bring you to my Facebook group if you want to join my Facebook group. All you need to do is stop this video if you're watching it on iPad or something, and then just snap this with your phone. This will bring you to my Facebook group, and then this will bring you to my Stampin' Up! Website where you can shop with me and earn this month's card kit for free. Or any month you shop with me, I have a different card kit. Watch it, AJ. I have a different card kit I do every month. So I appreciate everybody who stuck out with me. And again, everything will be available and up on YouTube shortly. So thanks again, everyone. I will be back the first Saturday of every month with a new bundle. Take care now.